Good morning and welcome to our Obong Hatsubong service. My name is Ron Hamakawa. I'll be your service chairperson today. Because we're projecting slides for our videos and gathas, please remain seated during the readings and our gatha singing. We begin this morning's service with Sambujo and Hyobakumon led by Ringbang Kusunoki.
Please join me in 合唱。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダー、ナマンダー、ナマンダー、ナマンダー、ナマンダー。Sutra chanting of Sambujo. I speak in veneration before the sacred image of Amida Tathagata's great compassion. Let us quiet our hearts and reflect on these truths as we observe the Buddhist holiday of Obon. We consider the story of the Buddha's disciple Mahamoggalayana and the profound concern he felt for his departed mother, and deepen our own deep gratitude for all those who have passed over to the other shore. As human beings, our tendency is to live self-centered lives, seeking advantages of ourselves without regard for the harm that our actions cause for others. And so, like Mahamoggalayana's mother, we are bound to the realm of suffering by the force of our karmic acts. For the benefit of all who are adrift in the sea of greed, anger, and ignorance, Amida Buddha provided the teaching of the reliance on the original vow of the other power. Truly, to hear the Nembutsu and receive birth in the land of the immeasurable peace and bliss is the path by which we realize liberation along with all the fathers, mothers, brothers, and sisters who have loved in the past and those we will love in the future. I hereby state our humble wish to be illuminated by the Buddha's great compassion. Now, I'm going to read the Hatsubon list, which is on the program. Obon service in memory of Rikuko Tanaka, Yoshiko Kozai, Toshikatsu Moriguchi, Hayato Iriumi, Toshio Ohara, Steko Fujino, Noriko Goto Palmer, Roger Mizumori, Mary Katayama, Miyoko Ike, Holly Han Swan, Michelle Kammer, Michael Florence. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda.
This morning's sutra will be the Amida Kyo. During the sutra, I'll be calling the names of Hatsubon families. If you could please come forward, Oshoko, and then light a candle, and then put it into your loved one's choching up in front. We'll have the gochis also assisting along the way. Thank you.
Amida Kyo on the page 33. Buset Amida Kyo Nyoze Gamon Ichiji Butendai Shae Kok Giju Kiko Dokuhon Hyodai Bikushu 1250人区改税大原官首相知識長老者利ホンマカモケンレマカカショマカカセンネマカクチラリハタシュリハンダガナンダアナンダラゴラキョボンハダイビンズルハラダカルダイマカコヒンナハクラアルルダニョゼト初代弟子病床菩薩マカサツモンジュシリホジアイタ菩薩ケンダカダイ菩薩 上昇神菩薩行如是と初代菩薩牛釈大会員と無料商店大祝二次仏語長老舎利本十世裁縫果十万の仏道不正解妙圧極楽合道有仏法阿弥陀根源在説法舎利本非道学校妙意極楽合国修上無不宿単樹小楽光明極楽不舎利本極楽国土七十乱十七十羅網七十五十改税司法主訴医療税公非国明圧極楽不舎利極楽国土不執法地白毒水十万五中地帯順に根社不治四辺街道金言瑠璃ハリ五条上風楼閣薬医金言瑠璃ハリ社交釈主名の二言直視地中蓮華大量車輪小式小古王式方向釈式釈光白式白光微妙高血舎利本極楽国土上寿尿税空毒小言空舎利本非部国土上佐天学黄金維持昼夜六時にうまんだらけ広告修上上位小単各位平国上州妙家供養他法十万六仏即位直時玄東本国凡時期協業舎利本極楽国土上寿尿税空毒称号武士舎利本非国上修十奇妙雑式市長白光空弱オムシャリカ領民が愚名市長税商首長中夜六時水和下本合本延長合根合理七宝大分八正道分尿税東合同州上門税恩利開始年俸年相舎利本尿門医師長実で財宝少々小医者が非部国土無三幕主舎利五部国土小無三幕土司名が教宇税商首長改税阿弥陀抑量法本線類変芸小舎利本非部国土未風水道小法語牛法羅網水未妙非尿百戦十学同時空差門税恩赦開示年上年仏年法年相死神舎利本五部国土上寿尿税功徳称言
ヒヤトイリウミ
舎利本お如意運が非仏が古語阿弥陀舎利本非仏光明無量生じ報告無償諸下税公合意阿弥陀うしゃりほ
年をおはら
寿命牛五人民無量無辺阿蘇義公光明阿弥陀 シャリホトンアミダブトンジョブトンイラオコンジコウシャリホトンヒブトンウムリョムヘショモンデシカイアラカンヒゼサンジュ師匠の地消防殺種薬部尿税シャリホトンヒブ国土成就尿税空読将軍ウシャリホトン極楽国土修上少者改税アビバチゴチュタ一生不詳ご主人た非税三十章の知識単価無料無限阿蘇義公説シャリホ修上門者応答本願願書被告所依者が特用尿税症状前に空営一生シャリホ
Noriko Goto Palmer
一生前言福徳院ね特賞被告シャリホ薬不全難し全量人門説阿弥陀仏修持名語約一日約二日約三日約四日約五日約六日約七日一心不乱五人臨妙十字阿弥陀仏要所生現在午前善人十字神父天道即徳法上阿弥陀仏極楽国土シャリホトンが健全理骨折死薬不修上門で拙者応答ホトン願消費国土シャリホトン尿が根者三段阿弥陀不可思議空毒逃亡薬不圧縮微趣味総仏大趣味仏趣
Roger
味公
Mizumori
妙本仏尿税統合が社首相各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先生解説上実尿等修上等身前少佐不可思議空毒一切小正午年行シャリホトン南方正解ウニチガ
Mary
ト
Katayama
妙門公仏大円見趣味等仏無料小人仏尿税等合が社首相各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先生会戦場実言尿等修上等親善少佐不可思議空毒一切小正午年行シャリホトン
Holly
裁縫
Huyun
正解
Swan
無料十仏無料僧無料動物大好物大名物放送上皇仏尿税等合が社首相各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先生解説上実語両党修上党親善少佐不可思議空毒
Michelle
一切
Caminero
小正午年行シャリホトン北方正解右縁見仏最小音仏南小立正仏毛明仏尿税等合が社首相各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先生解説上実語尿等修上等親善小三不可
Michael
思議
Flores
空一切小五年行シャリホトン芸法正解牛子仏妙門仏妙高仏達摩報道仏自法仏尿税等合が社首相仏各王合国水工上絶素偏風三千大先生解説上実語両党修上等親善小三不可思議空洞一切小仏正午年行シャリホ情報正解ウボンノン仏宿王 工場物、高校物、大円見物、雑式法系、言神物、シャラ重法物、法系特物、権一切義、領主未戦物、領税と合賀者首相物、各王国、水耕上絶相偏風三千大先世界戦場実言尿等修上等身全書不可思議空毒一切小仏小五年魚シャリホン王尿異分がが公明一切小仏小五年魚シャリ略不全難死全量人門税小仏小説名究竟名者税小全難死全量に回避一切小仏偶小五年海徳風大天大阿のくたら三脈三宝税公シャリ本尿等海東真珠学実証仏証説者利本薬不人異本願根本願東本願翼章阿弥陀仏国者人等海徳風大天大阿のくたら三脈三宝大王妃国土脈衣装脈根性脈東証税公者利小善男子善良人脈信者応答本願消費国土シャリ本用が根者小三小仏不可思議空毒非小仏と役小説が不可思議空毒二差税言釈迦無二仏能意人難慶不死農者馬国土豪辱悪性公辱権辱門能修上辱明辱中徳阿のくたら三脈三宝大異称修上説で一切世間南進司法シャリ本統治が豪辱悪性行使南地徳阿のくたら三脈三宝大一切世間摂氏南進司税人南仏世司教医者利本実証美空一切世間天人アシュラ等文部諸説寛義真珠さらいにこ仏説阿弥陀経ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく平うどうせいさいどうほんぼだいしおうじょうあんらこ Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha, Namanda, 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 Namanda.
This morning's Gatha is Obong no Uta. The words may be found on the inside of your program. The threefold refuge. Difficult is it to receive a human form, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Dharma of the Buddha, now we hear it. We do not cross over to the truth in the present life. In what life shall we cross over? Let us with sincerity and true reverence take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we, together with all sentient beings, awaken to the great way of enlightenment and to the unsurpassed intent of Amida Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we, together with all sentient beings, enter the storehouse of the Dharma, becoming like the wisdom ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we, together with all sentient beings, become units in true accord, in harmony with all things. The peerless, profound, and wondrous Dharma is rare to encounter, even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. This morning's Dharma message will be given by Rinban Kusunoki.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sensei. Thank you for coming to this Seattle Betsin Obon Hatsubon service this morning. To begin my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. When we reflect on the establishment of the vow, we find that the Tathagata, without abandoning sentient beings in pain and affliction, has taken the directing of virtue to them as foremost, thus fulfilling the mind of great compassion. 如来の左岸を訪ねれば、苦悩の右情を捨てずして、栄光を主としたまいて、大悲心おば成就せり。ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ。Again, good morning. Thank you for coming to our Obon Hatsubon service this morning. So first of all, I'd like to express my deepest condolences, sympathy to the family, especially for the Hatsubon families. So today, we have put those lanterns. Thank you for preparing these beautiful lanterns for the loved one who passed away before us. So when I am hearing the name, Buddhist name, then reading, they on the programs, I remember, how I officiated the memorial service, funeral service. Then when I was thinking about the Buddhist name, then when I got a phone call, email, so somehow, while I'm chanting the sutra, then chairperson was calling the name, that's coming in my mind. Each person has a different stories, different life. Each funeral service, each pillow service, makuragyo, unique or different. They're all meaningful. So I really appreciate, the family contacted me to ask me to officiate the services, or I was able to communicate via phone, email, then especially last weekends as a Bon Odori service, Bon Odori. Then through the Bon Odori again, also that was one opportunity to express our appreciation and respect to our loved one who passed away before us. In Obon is a Buddhist tradition and Japanese tradition. There are so many different traditions. Then one is, of course, Bon Odori is one major traditions in Japan related to Obon. Then Toro Nagashi, we call Toro Nagashi. We put the lanterns on the floating lantern on the lake or ocean or river. Then that's a symbolically we are sending off our loved one who passed away before us to the other shore, to the Pure Land. So according to the tradition, Obon is a time our loved one who passed away is returning, coming back to this world. Then at the end of the Obon season, going back to the other shore. So that's why we have some tradition to welcoming our loved one. Then sending off our loved one who passed away before us. I was born and raised at a temple family in Japan, Nagasaki, Japan. Obon is the busiest season of the year. My family temple in Nagasaki has about 1,500 families, temple members. So then during the Obon season, when I was still in Nagasaki, Japan, August 13th and 14th and 15th, these 3 days, the Obon, 3 days Obon. On the August 13th, ministers visit Hatsubon family's home, then conducting the service. Then 14th and 15th, mostly temple members come to visit the temple, then have an Obon service just like today. So Obon service 14th and 15th, 3 services each day. So which means each service has maybe a couple hundred people come to attend the service. On the 13th, I go to visit Hatsubon family's home, usually about 25 to 30 family members' home. I usually visit. When I was still maybe before the elementary school kids, I used to following my father to visit each different family's home. As a kids, that was fun because after the service, the family served cake, fruits, ice cream. So, just sitting for 10, 15 minutes for the sutra chanting, I can get a nice treat. So then, when I get tired, I can rest in a car. Oh, I'm so tired. I skip one home, one family's home. So then, that's my tradition of the Obon, visiting Hatsubon family's home. After I was ordained, then then now I was visiting family members, Hatsubon family's home by myself. Then I remember I visit by myself one home, then only one old lady was living by herself. It was in August, so hot, no air conditioning, then just a window was open. Then I sat in front of the Obutsudan. Then when I looked at the Obutsudan, there was a Osonai offering fruits, just like today. The old lady was offering the banana. You can imagine hot summer, offering banana maybe a couple days already. So she prepared the banana maybe a couple days before. The bananas are turned brown and black already. I conducted the service. Then after the service, she served called mugicha tea. Then I enjoyed. Then thank you. I was leaving the home. Then she said, "Reverend, please take this banana home." Ooh. Okay, thank you. Then I took the banana home. Then that's I kind of remember. I visited 30 families' home, but I remembered clearly. So on the same night, I asked my father, that already gave me those black banana. Then my father, who was the head minister at that time, my father told me the story of that old lady. So, this year is the 80th anniversary of Hiroshima Nagasaki's atomic bomb. That lady, she lost her only son in 1945, August 9th, 1945, when the atomic bomb was dropped. He died because of the atomic bomb. At that time, in 1945, banana was one of the most expensive, most valuable, rare fruit. So as a mother, so she wanted to give that banana to her son. So since then, every year, summer comes, August 9th comes, she always offers banana to the Obutsudan. But because of the summertime, so banana turned black quickly. So then whoever go to visit her house, receiving those black bananas. So she's always, putting her love and kindness to her honest feeling into the banana and offering to the Buddha's altar. Then, as a Buddhist minister, I'm receiving banana with her loving thoughts to her son. So when I was visiting all these families' home, I learned everyone's life are totally different. Everyone has a different stories, everyone has a different life, everybody has a different the time when the person was passing was all different. So Amida Buddha is telling us, come as you are, because as I mentioned, everyone's life are all totally different. Everyone has a different stories. So that's why we call Amida Buddha's great compassion to accepting us as we are. That's Amida Buddha's compassion. In other way to say, that's as a mikokoro. Mikokoro. When you come to Seattle Veterans Bon Odori, the first dance, we dance Mikokoro. English translation is compassion. That's Buddha's compassion. That's a song we always dance. 仏の御心古代無変いつでもどこでも照らします何の老少選ばれず在郷人寿も捨てられず思いのままに救いますこれぞまことの仏様 Probably when you are dancing, we are not thinking about lyrics too much. But a couple years ago, I decided to, I couldn't find any English translation. I translated into English. So you can find the English translation, one of our newsletter, June 2021 newsletter. I translated a couple of Obon songs. It says, Amida Buddha's compassion is so vast as extensive. It's eliminate anywhere in any time and accepts both men, women, young, and old without abandoning any evil beings, saving them all as Buddha's wishes. It is the Buddha of the true compassion. So this is the first verse of the Mikokoro, the compassion. The second verse, third verse also really meaningful. So please, if you have time, please go to visit our website, newsletter, then check. This is composed, the lyrics was written by, and also music also written by the Okahashi Sensei, who is also the Jodo Shinshu minister. Then I came to Seattle 2017. So since then, we are dancing Mikokoro every year. Then the more I hearing this song, my appreciation is getting deeper and deeper of this song. Then I feel more meaningful of we are dancing this song. That's really meaningful. All of us, we are living our life, then our life ends one day. Probably, usually in our daily life, we don't think too much about it. We are not too serious about the thinking about how our life ends. But when we think about it, our death or life, ends of our life, we feel maybe anxiety, fear, loneliness, sadness. Am I okay when I encounter my life's ending? Am I okay? Then we don't know when it comes. I don't know. Nobody knows. No one knows when it comes. Then no one in this world experienced their life's ending, right? Because we are still living here in this world. So that's why none of us can teach how our life ends. My great-grandmother, she was in a hospital for quite a long time in the hospital. Then I think, she passed away before I was born, so I didn't have any chance to meet her. But my father shared the story of my great-grandmother. She was in the hospital quite a long time, then she struggled with illness. Then, of course, one day she passed away. Then family went to her room to clean. Then organizing, taking all her belongings home. Then when someone take the pillow, then underneath the pillow, they found one piece of paper. On the paper, there was a poem was written. It says, let me read it in Japanese first. 我死するにあらず、他力によって引き取られるなり。病気の時は治す工夫が大切である。しかし、治らぬ時の工夫もまた大切である。My life is not going to end. My life is going to be received by Amida Buddha's other power, compassion. When I am sick, it is important to work on being cured. However, it is also important to work on doing something when my illness isn't cured. So my father told me when she was in the hospital, especially during the nighttime, no one come to visit her. She probably taking those pieces of paper, then reading it every night. So that was her way to calm down her mind, to remember the Buddha's teaching, great compassion, Buddha's Mikokoro. She may be thinking, maybe, my life is also received by Amida Buddha's great compassion, as I am. That's a way how calming down her mind and listen to the Buddha's teaching. Because, she couldn't know. Maybe she was thinking when my life is going to end. Maybe tomorrow, 2 days from now, week from now. She couldn't tell, of course. That's why she was reading this poem every night. In Jodo Shinshu, the way of living is we are receiving this Amida Buddha's compassion, Amida Buddha's great compassion, Amida Buddha's Mikokoro. Then we live our life as much as we can. So this is the way how we live our Jodo Shinshu life. Now, those who passed away before us are born in the Pure Land, then becoming a Buddha, then our teaching tells us our loved ones are coming back to this world as a bodhisattva and guiding us, then telling us, listen, awaken to the reality of your life. Think about your life, and please live your full life. That's a message we are receiving from the bodhisattva, our loved one who passed away before us. This Obon Hatsubon service is a precious occasion to think about our loved one who passed away before us, and also the teaching of Buddha's great compassion. So thank you for coming to Seattle Betsin's Obon Hatsubon service today. To conclude my Dharma message, I read the White Ashes. That's English translation is on the screen. Then you can also find the English translation on this service book. If you have the orange service book, page 66. So I'm going to read this in Japanese today. Then those who have service book, please open the page 66. Then please listen deeply the words of Renya Shonin, who wrote this letter 500 years ago, and please reflect upon your loved one's life and your life. それ人間の不詳なる相をつらつら感ずるに おおよそ儚きものはこの世の始終中幻のごとくなるいちごなりさればいまだ万歳の人参の受けたりということを聞かず一生過ぎやすし今に至って誰か100年の業態を保つべきや我や先人や先今日とも知らず明日とも知らず遅れ先立つ人は元の雫末の露よりも茂しと言えりされば明日には睾丸あって夕べには白骨となれる身なりすでに無常の風来たり濡ればすなわち二つの眼たちまちに閉じ一つの息長く耐えぬれば睾丸虚しく返じて通りの装いを失いぬる時は六神眷属集まって嘆き悲しめどもさらにその会あるべからずさてしもあるべきことならねばとて野外に送って弱の煙となし果てぬればただ白骨の溝のこれり哀れというもなかなか愚かなりされば人間の儚きことは老少不浄の境なれば誰の人も早く御生の一大事を心にかけて阿弥陀仏と深く頼み参らせて念仏申すべきものなりあなかしこあなかしこナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏。Thank you.
Thank you, Ningbang, for your Dharma message. To close today's service, please join me in Gassho for reading from Shingang Shoning's collective works Passage on the Land of Happiness. In order that the process be made continuous, without end and without interruption, by which those who have been born first guide those who come later, and those who are born later join those who were born before. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you for joining us for today's service. This ends our online portion of the service.